Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon to Puan Hajah Nuridah binti Haji Ramlan, Principal of Sekolah Sri Putri, Vice Principals and Teachers of Sekolah Sri Putri. Welcome back to the Creative Short Film Workshop of the 3rd International Creative Creators Playground at SSB 2023. I am Hanis Najla, your host for today. Before we start, allow me to share some insight on our program today. The 3rd International Creative Creators Playground at SSB 2023 or ICCP at SSB 2023 is an SGE showcase program organized by Sekolah Sri Putri Cyberjaya at the national level and had its inception in 2019. The organization of this program is in line with the vision of the Fully Residential Schools Management Division, BPSBP, which is to nurture world-class leaders as well as meeting the vision of Sekolah Sri Putri, which is to produce innovative leaders in conjunction with the motto which is molding innovative leaders of tomorrow. This year, ICCP is again held entirely virtually, and for the first time, participation is open to participants from abroad. We are glad to announce that this year we have participants from other countries such as India and Indonesia. It is lovely to have all of you here with us. We hope with the participation of various countries, we will create a great bond between countries and learn about each other's ideas and creativity at the end of the day. Before we call upon our guest speakers, we would like to inform all participants that all attendees will receive a digital certificate upon their participation in today's workshop. However, to be able to receive the certificate, all our audience members will need to key in their details in the attendance form that will be given in the comment. The link will be shared towards the end of our workshop. Now, this may be of interest to viewers present today, which is the live Q&A session that will be conducted during our live streams. Therefore, you are welcome to submit your questions in the comments and our crew members would select questions to be answered by our guest speakers today. Stay tuned, everyone. Today, we feel very honored to have with us two expertise from a renowned university in Malaysia, which is University Technology Mara, for this short film workshop, which are Mr. Azri Abu Hassan, who is a senior lecturer and film coordinator of College of Creative Arts, Digital and Imaging Arts of University Technology Mara as our first speaker, and Associate Professor Dr. Shamila Muhammad Shahidan, who is a senior lecturer of School and Information Science, College of Computing, Informatics and Media of the University Technology Mara as our second speaker. Now, to begin with, let's meet our first expert guest speaker, Mr. Azri bin Abu Hassan. He is a senior lecturer and coordinator of the film department in the College of Creative Arts, Digital and Imaging Arts Film, University Technology Mara UITM, and teaches the subject of sound technology, short video production, and basic entrepreneurship. Encik Azri has 14 years experience in film industry such as film sound, film directing, and as a content creator himself. He is also experienced in conducting various workshops and once was directly involved in the workshop under Pinjana HRDF from 2020 till 2021. Currently, he is in the process of completing his manuscript for sound recording for a film script idea, and few other social media content like YouTube. Definitely, we can't wait to gain knowledge from him from this workshop. Without further ado, please welcome Encik Azri bin Abu Hassan.
Hi, good afternoon to all the participants. Hi, my name is Mr. Azri bin Abu Hassan. I'm a senior lecturer and also coordinator of film. I'm from the College of Creative Art. I would like to give a talk about the short film workshop. And then it's more to about topic on the basic of such as the size of short, basic of shorts, lighting, equipment, and also the editing for the short film. All right. Uh, Next, I would like to show the slide. Okay. Wait, can you open the slide? Okay. Okay, thank you. All right. All right, can I play the next slide? All right, thank you. All right, the topic for the starting is the content about an introduction to short film, and number two is about, oh, okay. Uh, I think this is not the slide. Okay, never mind. I try to upload the latest. Wait, I try to upload the latest slide. This one, the old version.
Since our first speaker, Encik Hazri bin Abu Hassan, has a delay in his presentation, we will now continue on towards our second speaker to share her expertise. And with us here today is our expert guest speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Shamila Muhammad Shahidan. She is a senior lecturer in the Faculty of Information at University Technology Mara. Currently, she is teaching the undergraduates Information Entrepreneur, Research Methodology, Management Human Relation, and Marketing Information Services. As for the postgraduates, she is teaching Epistemology of Information and Management. Throughout her career, she has been awarded with prestigious recognitions such as Excellent Service, Anugerah Bitara Penerbitan Artikel, Anugerah Bitara Bilangan Penyelidikan, and finally, Anugerah Bitara Penilaian Pelajar Pasca Siwaza Graduate on Time. Without further ado, please welcome Dr. Shamila Muhammad Syahidan.
Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and juga greeting. So my name is Shamila Muhammad Shridan and thank you Miss Anis for introducing me in this prestigious event. Okay, so I think congratulations to all of you so that to participate in this prestigious event for the third International Creative Creator Playgrounds that been organized by the Sekolah Sri Putri. And then first and foremost, thank you so much for the principals and all of the team to inviting me and also with Mr. Azri to deliver our knowledge sharing session. So for my session, so I would like to share with you about the digital content creation. So let us introduce first what is the meaning of digital content creation. So if you know that digital content creation is actually the content that you design is actually intended to a specific target market, whether it is from images, videos, audio, or written article, relevant digital content created to target search terms for a site user is essential in order to satisfy the user. So it's clearly stated here, whatever that you plan to create, make sure that your user or the audience must be satisfied and then it must be matched with their level in order to deliver the information. So if you can see that a little bit of background, if you would like to create the content, it must be relevant and it must be based on facts. So as we know that some of the example that I give you today is about the history of the digital content in Malaysia, whereby you have to take it from the right sources and then you need to cite it, whatever the relevant information that you want to use it. So for example, MDEX, they introduced the digital content is actually for the talent development and also for the industry and also for the intellectual property commercialization, and some more is meant for the regional hubs. Okay, so if I take it from the digital framework by the European Union in 2022 EU, whereby digital content is actually one of the sub dimensions under the framework that's been introduced in the European country from 5 pillars. So one of it is digital content creation. So you need to create and edit digital content by integrate the information that can be from the existing body of knowledge. So by incorporating this kind of information, you need to be aware about the whatever the copyright and license that be understandable instruction to a computer system. So from the Digicom framework, it has a few steps before you start off doing create this digital content. So the first things is you need to develop digital content. So whereby is either you create by your own, okay, the new ideas, or you can edit the digital content from a different format to express yourself through the digital means. Okay, so other than that, you have to integrate and elaborate the digital content, whereby at the second stage, you need to modify, refine, improve, integrate information and content into the existing body of knowledge, whereby you need to create the new, original, relevant content and knowledge. Because you cannot just take other people's work and claim that is your digital content creation. So you must be careful about that, yeah? In order to be that, you need to have a critical thinking, be creative, okay, so that people more attract to listen what is actually the digital content that you've been created, okay? So whatever it is, I think in all over the world, I think we have been bound by the copyright and license. So you Is either you like it or not, you need to understand rules and regulations so that you be in the safe side, and also you are being responsible whenever you create something that be based on the copyright and license by applying the data, information, and digital content. So since the word is digital, so you must be based on the programming. Yeah, so you need to plan and develop a sequence of understandable instructions for to the computer systems in order to solve a given problem or to perform a specific task. So any question, Miss Anis? Is it okay now? Okay, maybe I just continue for a while, but please stop me whenever there is a Q&A. Yeah. Okay, so what is actually now that we just try to zoom in? What is exactly the digital content? Yeah, digital content is actually being produced. You can produce it nowadays. Yeah, a lot of industry, commercial, or public service, or any other organization, they would like to produce the digital content in order to deliver the message or informations or data to the appropriate target user, okay, especially to the community or to the citizen. So any content that derive from data and information, it must have a appropriate format, yeah, because they are intended to educate, to direct, or give a guidance to the user in order to fulfill the purpose that has been set. So in order for you to create this digital content, you must know about the right format. Yeah, because you should know the who are your targeted audience. Yeah, so especially in this event, yeah, is about the short film. So by in order to create the short film, okay, before you create that, okay, you the format, so you need to prepare the content. So that's what we said that as a digital content, whereby it can be combinations of a written text, audio, video, sound, and or combination in order to fulfill to convey the message to the target user. Okay, so we just take from the previous study that saying that okay, in order to create the digital content, the informations must be accurate, okay, must be relevant because it has the economic value in order to promote, especially if you would like to come out as a product or services from that organization. So the production of this digital content must meet the taste and needs of the user. Okay, so that's why in order for you to plan the digital content for your short film, you need to know that who are your targeted audience and what are the main important crucial information or messages that you would like to deliver to your target audience or the user. Okay, so the functionality, the design, the format, the safety aspect, ethical and moral value need to be taken into the consideration in order to produce this digital content through the short film. Okay, so the process of digital content creation, as for my part, I think for the technical part, Mr. Azri will explain to you later. So before you start, I think you need to have a very good team. Yeah. So you need to identify each of your team members, their roles. Okay. So you're gonna start the first step. What is your task? I think for this year, you'll be given the topic no poverty. Yeah, no poverty is actually the first SDG number one. Yeah, sustainability development goals. Yeah, number one by UNESCO. So you need to know. You have to familiarize with the terms. So you need to gather a lot of information. What is no poverty is all about. So that is how you're gonna start the task. Next is to understand clearly what is the task in order for you to able to plan the information in the search process. So first of all, you need to know the terms, okay, or the definition. Gather as much as the information that you have, okay, in order for you to start the task. Okay, next is actually you need to formulate the focus. Okay, what is the meaning the formulate the focus? Okay, from the bigger pictures you need to narrow down. You need to set the what is the main objective, what is actually the main objective you try to deliver to your targeted audience. Okay, so is it you would like to create awareness to them what is about the poverty, okay, by in giving the inputs such as the definition, or if you would like to add on the facts of the data, okay, about okay currently in the world situations, okay, what is the which country is actually giving the higher rate of the no poverty. So you can give that kind of information in order to attract a user. Oh, this is actually try to create awareness to them. Yeah, so you need to identify the main problem statement and be giving the main objective in your digital content. Yeah. Next is you need to plan list down. Okay, you cannot just take whatever all of the information that you found. So in that case, at the end you will become information overload. Yeah. So I don't want you to become like that. Yeah. Don't stress yourself because this is actually like something that added value for you. Yeah. I mean, fun learning. Yeah. Edutainment learning. So please be creative and more critical thinking. Yeah. So plan and list down all of the necessary information so you can find that with the using the credibility of authority of from the website or from whatever sources is either from the printed or the non-printed. Yeah. Next, okay, after that you need to forming the ideas. Okay, so you need to start to begin with the information search in the targeted field and topics. After that, sit down, brainstorm with all of your team members to verify the informations and then to create the idea, okay, and to make sure that whatever the information that you collected, it must be validity and reliability, accurate and relevant. Okay, so because sometimes you as a students, okay, maybe you tend to take some informations that which is not relevant. Okay, so make sure that you have to validate and relevantly find the right sources, okay, in order to make sure that you get the right or accurate information. Next, the third step, for those that the information that not relevant, you will rejected then the idea, and then you just proceed whatever the ideas that been agreed by all the team members. By identify it, maybe you can ask from teachers or you can check it with the right sources. Yeah. Next, the stage 4 is more about to finalizing the idea. Okay, so whenever you finalizing the idea, you should know that you have to map it, yeah, together which one should come first. Okay, you need to put it in the right format and then put in the right structure so that you have a chronological or sequencing about the information or message that you would like to deliver. So you know that, okay, so this as an introduction, the content of the introduction. So what's next? So till the end of your digital content for the short film. Yeah. Okay, that's after that you need to have the approving of the idea. Yeah, this is where the state to be able to interpret, filter, and analyze the data. Okay, and then you should also incorporate the right person in order to approve the idea. Okay, by looking at, because at this stage we are in the learning process whereby you still need someone, okay, to approve the idea. Okay. So that are the first steps, yeah. Okay, in order to the process of the arranging the digital content creation. Okay, whereby, like I said, you have to follow that. The first important thing is that, like I said, after you forming the group, you need to identify the topic objective, and then what are the research gap. Okay, so from there, okay, other than the group and the process, other things that you need to consider is about the costs, is about the budget. Okay, so what are the budget that you need? You need to identify, or you need to list it out. Okay, and then you also need the hardware. Okay, what kind of the hardware that, in order for you to shoot. Okay, maybe after this Mr. Azri will explain in detail hardware, software, in order to create the digital content. And then especially, okay, skill. Okay, I know that most of our nowadays teenagers, the young generation, you are very skillful in the doing this kind of things. Yeah, so it's good. Okay, it's good. Okay, however, you need to combine, I think, the various skill and formats in order to produce a very creative short film. Yeah, and then data, information, and knowledge is one of the most important things. Yeah. Okay, so and other than that, yeah, I think you also need to consider about by putting in the cultural background, for example, so that people can see that the differences. Yeah, because whenever you create something, yeah, you need to be unique. You need to be different from others. Yeah, so by incorporating that, I think it must be you have the extra marks. Yeah, okay, maybe teacher Zai already explained about the rubric or do and don'ts. Okay, by doing the digital content, yeah, through the short film. Okay, so other than that, I mentioned to you, in order for you to seek the informations, in order to find about what is the term, the definitions, and the topics. Okay, you need to have a lot of sources of the information, is either from printed or non-printed. I think all of you aware printed materials such as books, magazine, newspaper cutting, maps, poster. Yeah, and for the non-printed is all the electronics materials such as e-books, e-magazine. I think a lot of you all aware about this. Yeah, and it's not only limited about that. Yeah, articles, journals. Yeah, however, in order to get more information about that, maybe if it is based on the historical things, maybe you can interview, okay, someone, okay, that is from the human base, is either from the interview, observation, doing the oral history. Okay, that is a technique of to gather the sources of information. Okay, and also I think it's from media. You also have it from the CD-ROM, film, and then VCD. So whatever that the news, okay. So television, radio. So that is also other sources of information. Okay. Next is, other than that, I think the most closely related with you in order to supply you with the information, data collection from books, okay, is also from your school resource center, okay, or in Malaysia we call PSS, yeah, Pusat Sumber Sekolah, or some other school name it as a library. So you can take it, you can get it, all the kind of information from there, okay. So there is all the abundance of information, yeah, in order for you to choose it. However, again, you need to find the relevant and accurate information. Okay, so a little bit about on how to do the information search strategy. Okay, I think nowadays, as I told you, you have like printed or non printed material. Yeah, for printed material, you can go any library or any school resource center. So or otherwise you can do the from the online dictionary. Okay, then you also have the online maps. All of this is example of the digital information sources. Yeah, so and then other than that, okay, the key important things is that I would like to introduce to you on how to do the information search strategy. Okay, I'm not so sure is either you aware about this. I think all of you are very the keyboard warrior. Everybody should know that in order to search the information, so what you can do is through the keyword. Okay, so you type the first keyword is SDG. Okay, so you type the keyword as SDG, Sustainability Development Goals, whereby you can also by zooming the phrase it by using the no poverty. So from there you can get the search result there, million, thousand, billion, yeah, about the words from the SDG and no poverty. However, please make sure that the first result is not always be the best. Okay, what you have to do, you need to filter, you need to evaluate, you need to read at least the abstract about what is the things about that. Okay, so that is one of the information, the simple information search strategy. So I also give the example there. Okay, you know that most of you are happily, yeah, you always use Mr. Google, Mr. Yahoo as your search engine. However, you know that other than credential, okay, trusted, okay, website, okay, you also can take it from there, okay, from the UNESCO website. Okay, so because they are the one who govern, okay, the bodies to introduce the about the SDG. Okay, then the second one, you also can zoom in, yeah, through the after you do the first one as the keyword, the phrase, and then you also can have the Boolean operator. Okay, what is Boolean operator? Boolean operator, you are using and. So meaning that you are limited. Okay, for example, SDG and no poverty. So it will only, the search result is only appear about SDG and no poverty. Or you also can use, if you would like to have a little bit more scope about it, you can type it SDG or no poverty. Okay, and if you would like to narrow down it, you can do the no poverty and not other SDG, for example. Okay, so you need to use this kind of Boolean operator, okay, so that is help you in order to narrow down or to zoom in or to focus about the topic that you would like to search. Okay, so far so good. Hanis, is it okay, everything? Okay, so is everything okay, Hanis?
Yes, Dr. Shamila, there
Okay.
is no questions asked.
Okay then, thank you. Okay then, just take a break. Yeah, maybe if it's too long of talking, okay, maybe they're not. I mean, giving a full concentration about it. Okay, the next phase about, yeah, after you are doing finishing about the ideas, then you also gather all the content in order for you to develop before you do the formatting. Okay, you also need to know about the ethics of use of information. So what is ethics? Ethics is actually the rules, the formal rules about doing right or wrong about the behavior. So being a digital creator, okay, you need to have a very good responsible, and you must bind with the ethics of information use. You cannot say something backward. You cannot say some things that yeah, I think what can I say, a negative words, yeah, that can be make disharmonious about the situation. Yeah, so please try to deliver the right message to the right target audience. Okay, so with that, by create the digital content, also you need to try to protect the privacy right for those of the individual or the organization. Let's say that you would like to interview someone, okay, so make sure that you can get their consent. Okay, or sometimes whenever while you recording, okay, there's someone passing by, so you have to make sure that you can get the permission if they've been appeared, okay, in your short film. So that kind of things you need to be aware. Yeah, because we would like to protect the privacy right of those individuals. Okay, so you must get their consent. Okay, so just ask their permission. If they say it's okay, so no problem. Okay, if not, you have to sometimes to blur the situation, for example. Yeah, so that kind of thing. Yeah, you need to be careful about it. Yeah. Okay, and then again, yeah, this is related with the ethics of use of information. Okay, so later on, okay, you whenever you do that digital content, that is actually your intellectual property, okay, whereby you can patent it. Yeah, a patent is meaning that there is exclusive right granted for your invention, which is a new product or process for the solving problem. Or it also can be any graphic that we call as a trademark, any graphic sign that can be distinguish a company product or services. And most of thing, I think, for the short film, it is actually about the copyright. Yeah, so the protections that to the author or to the copyright owner and performance about their copyright works and their performance that been set out under the Copyright Act 1987. So this is in Malaysia. Yeah, so other than that is also the industrial design, whereby is there is a decorative and aesthetic aspect of the article that consists from the three-dimension features such as shape, configuration of article pattern, and also decoration. So design features must be used for the industrial articles of interest. So I just introduced about what is IP. So meaning that you have the idea that if you create something that is belong to you, okay, so you how you going to protect it? Okay, by registered it through the IP, intellectual property. So if in Malaysia we have my IPO, okay, Malaysian intellectual property. Yeah, so you can go to that website so to get more ideas what is about the intellectual property. Okay, next. Okay, this is the things. Yeah, this is the academic crime. Yeah, please, while doing the digital content, so try to avoid to do the plagiarism. You cannot cut, paste, copy, paste other people's work. Okay, if you would like to take it, like I said, you need to do the citation. You need to inform that according to blah 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 in the 2011, for example, but it must be being cited. Yeah, because you cannot take other people's work. Okay, if sometimes if that is also from your friend's work, you need to cite it. Even though it is your work, you need to rephrase, redo, restructure. You cannot just take your own previous that been has published and then you redo it again and again and again. Cannot. Okay, so please make sure that, okay, you need to know that plagiarism is something that you cannot do. It's a criminal in academic, like I can say that. Yeah, okay. That is also at the end of it. I think later on from Mr. Azri will inform. Yeah, the most important thing whenever you take, you need to give a credit. You need to acknowledge from where you take it. Okay, so you need to mention it. Yeah, at the end of it. So this is important. Okay. Okay, so a few tips in order to become a content creator. Okay, so I think other than that, yeah, your voice must be clear. So this is more a tips about tips. Yeah, so the information, the data must be accurate, relevant, and you need to do a little bit research about the topic that you would like to do. Okay, and please cite it from the right sources. Okay, and then make sure that you have a very the language is not too high, meaning that simple language that being used so that people can understand it easily. Okay, your facial expression, your body language. Okay, and then you can use the various format to create more creative of your short film. And then what I can say that teamwork is important. Yeah, so that each of the team members will know their role. Okay, what are their role? Because in order to produce a very good or creative short film, each of you must play their role. Okay, and then it will give more impactful, okay, to the audience, okay, the sounds, the effects, okay. And then I think in conclusion, what I can say that, okay, each of the individual who like to produce the digital content, so from here I think through the short film, you must be responsible whatever that you try to deliver the message, because the content of that message or the content of that short film, people will listen, and sometimes they will follow whatever they advise, whatever that you share with them, okay. So you need to know that, okay, being as ethical and responsible, so the content must be authority, currency that is being covered with the scope that you would like the audience to know, and that it must be objectivity, okay, meaning that there is very focused, that the meaning that the audience, oh, they know that what you are trying to say, okay. So you just cannot put the message like the generally, yeah, and it must be accurate. Okay, so I think that's all from me. I hope that through these knowledge sharing sessions, it give you input and insights on how to give the idea about the topics that you plan to do in your digital content before you produce the short film. So all the best. Thank you and take care. Thank you, Anis. Back to you. Assalamualaikum and have a nice day.
That is the end of the workshop under Dr. Shamila. But before that, Scholar Sri Putri would like to convey our gratitude to Dr. Shamila for her amazing input today. Thank you so much, Dr. Shamila, for making your time to conduct this workshop for us. Now is the time for the second speaker to share his expertise, and with us here today is our expert guest speaker, Encik Azri bin Abu Hassan. He is a senior lecturer and coordinator of the film department in the College of Creative Arts, Digital and Imaging Arts Film, University Technology Mara, UITM, and teaches the subject of sound technology, short video production, and basic entrepreneurship. Encik Azri has 14 years experience in the film industry, such as film sound, film directing, and as a content creator himself. He is also experienced in conducting various workshops and once was directly involved in a workshop under Penjana HRDF from 2020 to 2021. Currently, he is in the process of completing his manuscript for sound recording for film, film script idea, and few other social media content like YouTube. Definitely, we can't wait to gain knowledge from him from this workshop. Without further ado, please welcome Encik Azri bin Abu Hassan.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon. Sorry, a bit technical issue regarding about might be my internet, but I will try to my best to give a talk about the short film video workshop. All right. So the topic we will cover three topic. One is about what is a short film, and number two is the basic shots and also size of shots, and then the number three is about the last is about editing. Editing is a very important how you want to assemble the footage, editing from A to Z, completely your storyline. Okay, now can we play the slide, please? The slide. Okay. Can you show the slide? Okay. I believe some of the participant might familiar record for the video TikTok and so on. But for this competition, you must know that you can create any kind of idea, but the most important thing, the juries and the professional will evaluate every single what they call, must create an idea with the storyline. So all right, okay, next slide number 2. All right. Regarding about the content, it's about an introduction to short film, and number 2, how preparation for shoot short film, such as the equipment and so on. Number 3, a basic of short camera angle, camera movement, basic of lighting and audio, and the last part is about basic editing with the smartphone. You guys can shoot and any kind of camera, doesn't matter, and then also you can shoot the short film by using the smartphone. That's the cheapest and then reliable and then very fast. You can shoot everywhere with your smartphone. All right, next slide. Okay, what is a short film? All right. Okay, short film is any motion that in the short of enough in the running time not to be considered as a feature film. It is a very short duration. All right, you can shoot 1 minute to 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It's up to you. Whether a short film is funded by a government grant, out of pocket, and by inspiring a filmmaker, or by a network or studio themselves, the overarching goal is the same. It's about to create concentrated piece of the storyline, okay, storytelling at a significantly lower cost than a full length of feature film. Okay, the tips and also the good criteria of the short film is to express your idea, all right, your idea and the concept, and also complete the way without unnecessary diversions, and then gets into its a point. Okay, the ending is important, right? In the short film, and the short filmmaker need to make sure their ending satisfying, coherent, all right, coherent in terms of context of the way continuity of the storyline, okay, the style, the editing, and also the concept overall, and how you bring up the issue and the theme of the tema in the short film, and work with the rest of the film. All right, next slide. All right, the next slide is I would like to give some explanation about basic of short. Okay, basic of short, they have a uh, eight of a size shots, 8 to 10 size shot. So I believe every participant before this, you took the picture, okay, took the picture and taking some video recording. But I believe most of your participant do not what we call that size of shot. Some of the every single of shot, for example, short dekat, long shot. If it, that's every single, they have the term of the what called the shots. All right, next slide. I will explain the in the details what is the size of shots. Okay, for example, okay, before we go further about the size shot, I would like to remind you guys the position of the camera, and also you use for smartphone, do not taking like vertical angle. All right, okay, I believe everyone must shoot some simple like this vertical, but this one vertical is suitable for social media such as what you call TikTok, right? TikTok, Insta story, FB story, real IG, and also so on. But for the competition, this competition, I reckon use the, okay, next slide. Instead of vertical, use the horizontal. All right, this position. All right, okay. This is very suitable for shoot short film. All right. The next slide. Okay, this one is horizontal. It's suitable for the short film because with the landscape mode or horizontal, it looks like very cinematic style. Even though if you're watching the movie, watching the television at home, every drama, telemovie, feature length film, all the position angle must landscape mode horizontal. Alright, I hope every participant before you start recording your short film, make sure that your camera or smartphone in mode horizontal. Alright, okay, next slide. Okay, next slide is about the rule of third. I believe every you guys have a smartphone. Do you notice that they have a rule of third, line of grid? Okay, at your camera lah. The reason why we must switch on the mode rule of third because we want to get better composition of shot. For example, if you look the puppies, how we compose the shots, that so it's a better look rather than the bad composition. So you can put on the right of the line of grid or in the left in the how you compose the puppy. All right, then next slide. Next example is, next slide please. Next example, if you see the rumah api, all right, this is how we compose the shot. If we capture or recording the rumah api ni, within the center of the line grid is not good view. But if you took at the right, so we can see at the back at the rumah api, we can see pelaut and ocean and so on. So this is the best of the composition of the shots. Okay, next slide please. Okay, next slide is, this is a camera angle, what we call eye level. All right, if you want to capture somebody talking in front of the camera, make sure that you compose and your camera angle eye level position. If you want to interview, this is the better of the shot. And number two, if you want to capture your talent or actor or actress to talking somebody, that is the better of the camera angle. This is what we call eye level. All right, next slide, please. Next is about looking space. All right, looking space is how we want to compose better of shot in terms of we want to see that different outcome of the video with the depth of field at the background. If you can see from this slide, this picture, at the background is a little bit blurry because we want to see a little bit cinematic style. All right. Okay. Next slide. Okay. Same thing is a looking space, but how we want to tell a story to give some indication to the audience. If we look at this picture, all right, we can see one little boy di bawah pokok, all right, and then at the background we can see a group of friends. It's something like talking at the behind. So the moment audience see this based on this shot, we can interpret, oh, this is a but something like bad happen and so on. So it's up to you guys and you all how you want to compose the shot and how do you want to tell a story within the single of the shots. All right. Okay, next slide, please. Now we are talking about the size of shots. All right. Every single shot they have a call the term of the size shot. All right. For example, okay, next slide, please. For example, wide shot. Okay. Wide shot is how we as a filmmaker, content creator, to give information to the audience, such as we look at the first image. It's about the panoramic at the tepi pantai. We want to tell the audience, oh, this is this scene, this babak is happened at the tepi pantai. All right. So first shot to give indication that audience that, oh, the situation of the story is happened tepi pantai. And then the next shot we call about long shot. Long shot is purposely to give some information, same thing about the wide shot, the audience where the exactly location is happen in that particular scene. All right. In this context of the two of the shot is that we want to give what we call established shot to give some information indication to the audience that this is the way of the to tell a story to the audience. All right. I might reckon this one is better used for the first of the scene. Right? Permulaan babak amat sesuai. It's suitable to give the indication to audience where the location exactly happened. All right, next slide, please. Okay, from the very long shot, very far shot, now we getting more closer and closer, right? Okay, next slide, please. Okay. All right, this is what we call medium long shot. Okay, so from the wide shot, long shot, now we go to closer. All right, what we call medium long shot. Okay, medium long shot. Oh, sorry, can you turn back the slide? Sorry. Okay, medium long shot. All right, medium long shot is suitable to give uh, some indication to the audience that we want to tell that the actor or actress doing some movement. Okay, for example, can we look from this picture, the guy will point the finger in front of the camera. All right, so same thing goes to medium shot. All right, medium shot is also we can see that actor or actress doing some activity such as he or she eating something, some movement, and so on. All right, next slide. Next slide is what we call medium close-up. Now getting closer, much closer, right? All right. Medium close-up. Medium close-up suitable for people or actor, actress is a talking to give some more expression that you to the other people to talking. All right. Same thing to close up. Close up is more getting closer into your face. All right. If you want to look the actor actress look some handsome guy or the beautiful, close up is a better way to capture to recording. All right. And number two, close up is suitable to give more emotion. All right. Some actor or actress they can telling a story by expression faces. All right. For example, maybe she's in the mood of bad mood, in the mood of crying, something sedih, and so that the audience can see the facial expression, and also audience can be sympathized to that character. All right, next slide, please. Okay, this is what we call extreme close-up. All right, extreme close-up is to give indication that the audience what is happened into this shot. What you want to try to tell us, telling the idea and the story to the audience. Uh, we look at this picture, all right? You can see that the actress, the eye of the thing, all right? And then some of filmmaker or content creator can capture that this actress maybe tengah sedih, crying, drop apa air mata dia and so on. The another shot we can call this a profile shot. we want to portray the actor or actress is in the mood of the something like to thinking about, sedang berfikir sesuatu, right? Dia sedang berfikir and then dia macam dreaming ke ataupun anything we can to tell the moment of the shots. Alright, okay, next slide. Next slide, please. Oh, thank you. This topic very interesting. All right. Okay, thank you so much. All right. Okay, next. This is not we call side shot. This is a angle. All right. Dalam bahasa Melayu dia kedudukan kamera. All right. For example, this high angle shot. Okay. High angle shot is suitable what we want to tell that character itself. Okay, the moment the character naik tangga, okay, alright, ataupun dia climbing the bukit ke dan sebagainya, dia memberi makna dan dia boleh nampak dia sedang mendaki, doing some activity, alright. And the next is a low angle shot. Okay, what is a low angle shot? Low angle shot is suitable to give some indication that for example, this character is about the politician. He gives some speech during the campaign. All right. So this filmmaker to capture the character with the low angle shot. All right. Low angle shot is in the film language. It gives some meaning, what we call film grammar, bahasa film. That character has authority, the power of authority during that particular of the scene. So must be careful. Every content creator and also the filmmaker must do some research before you going to shooting, shooting and recording. Because if you want to capture like low angle, what does purpose is it? Okay, ask yourself, if you want to capture low angle, some people talking, or he or she is a policeman or policewoman, it's better low angle because we want to tell that this policeman have an authority. So that is very suitable in your short film lah. But if you not give some meaning into the short film, is something lack of what we call the continuity of the storytelling. And some nowadays our audience are very clear, what we call dia dah cerdik, dia dah observe a lot of movie using the online platform kan. And then we as a content creator must advance how we need to think, creativity, how you tell a story with the other people, different people, so that our audience will appreciate our short film. Right? Okay, next slide. Next slide is about, okay, did you familiar about this shot, over shoulder shot? Yes, because we always watch a movie and also a drama at the TV. Over shoulder shot is suitable for two character in the conversation. All right, because we can see the moment of the two character talking, and then we can see from this angle, this shot, the woman is talking to the guy, the man, and then we can reverse angle to see that the man is talking to her. All right. Next shot is about centered frame. Centered frame, lazimnya we can see in the action movie. So if you want to give some action pack, all right, action pack, you can use that centered frame, but not to every first scene into the end of the scene, all the centered frame like action pack. So it's not suitable. But again, you must understood that what is your genre on your short film. For this year theme is about little bit about poverty, something like that. It's more dramatic, so that your concept of the short film not to action pack. So I leave it to you. I leave it to you. Bagaimana you want to tell a story, how you want to tell the concept of the short film. But we need to the jury will evaluate your short film based on how you tell a story. Okay, the idea, the issue, the theme, how you bring it, how you capture it, and how you want to portray that into your short film. The most important thing, how you tell a story smoothly, not just a position, something like audience jury need to think, oh, this one, okay, how we want to relate from A to B and C. So you must be careful clearly how you want to tell story. The tip is very simple. You you take a piece of paper, all right, and then you write it down from scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. Scene 2 dalam bahasa Melayu dia babak, alright. Babak 1, babak 2 sampai babak terakhir, the last scene, and then you tell a story something like from the chronology dia. Alright, not to orang kata audience can't understood what you want to try to say. Alright, you must understand that our audience is they're brilliant. They every single tips, even though they can watch a movie by using the handphone, smartphone around the world. All right, they have observed, they expose all kind of movie, so that we as a content creator must do some research. What we want to tell a story, how we want to tell, what is the theme, what's the idea and the issue you want to bring up to give some information to the audience. All right. Okay, next slide. If you guys any question, just leave the comment and then our moderator and pop up the question. All right, next is the film language. Okay, next slide please. Okay, film language. They have a two type of the film language. Just now I give some information and brief the camera angle, like eye level, low angle, high angle. Now move to camera movement. Okay, next slide. Okay, next slide please. Now we go to camera angle. Okay. Okay, the question is, in the video, all scene require dialogue or monologue. Okay, it's a bebas. Okay, it's up to you if you want to do some monologue. Monologue into I believe in context of voice over. All right, VO voice over. All right, dialogue is the way of our character is talking. All right, you can do either one. If you want to both, please do. All right. Okay, next slide. This is eye level. Just now I told you guys, if you want to capture your talent is talking in front of the camera or do some conversation with the other's character, this is very suitable for you guys to capture your character. All right, next slide. Same thing. Just now I told this is we call high angle. All right, high angle we can see the character macam what we call we can capture moment that character is a very small character, he very loneliness. All right, okay, for example, in the particular of the scene we want to this character is a loneliness person, so how we want to capture that character that he or she is a loneliness. Okay, first thing first, you as a film director or filmmaker must know that, okay, how we want to capture he is a character of loneliness. We can put the high angle. All right, the context of the scene that audience can notice, oh, this character is a loneliness. There's no the other friend or so on. So people or audience will understood. All right, next slide. Same thing just now I told. This is what we call low angle. Alright. Kedudukan kamera dia rendah. Okay. Just now I telling you guys, low angle is suitable to give indication that character is have an authority. Have you noticed that in the Transformer movie, alright, the robotic character Decepticon, all right, the way Steven Spielberg, all right, sorry, the way the filmmaker Michael Bay capture that character Decepticon, every single character appear on the Decepticon is a low angle, if you notice. So why they capture like low angle camera? Because Decepticon is a character villain, alright, character orang yang jahat. So dia boleh capture yang kedudukan kamera the low angle. So that's a creativity part as you guys as a filmmaker and content creator. Alright. Okay, next. Okay, now we're talking about the camera movement, pergerakan kamera. Okay, next slide. Okay, next slide. Alright, this one is a camera zoom in, zoom out. Okay, you can use that particular of the camera movement, zoom in, alright, zoom out to show that maybe you want to capture emotion the character. You can use that zoom in, zoom out. Okay, next slide. Okay, next is about camera movement, the panning shot. Alright, if you have the camera, the panning shot, you can panning the shot from left to right. For example, left to right, okay, or right to left. Alright, this is what we call camera movement from left to right. The reason why the camera movement from left to right or right to left is you want to give information about the panning panorama. Alright, where the location. Okay, that's the easiest and also the basic of camera movement from left to right or the right to left. Okay, next slide. Okay, next is a camera movement. This is what we call tilt. Okay, tilt up, tilt down. Okay, how you want how you want to use that camera tilt up and tilt down. For example, from this camera, we want to capture from here and tilt up to show that the big building. All right, or tilt down from up to down. All right, up to down. Right, this is what we call tilt up and tilt down. Okay, next slide. This is what we call dolly in or dolly out. Okay, dolly in, dolly out is camera movement is from the long shot, and then the movement closer to that character. All right, this is what we call dolly in. All right, from the dolly out, from the close up, very close up from the any of the subject, for example, and then suddenly we dolly out to track out slowly, track out, and we can see the whole of the building or the location and what is the character is doing. All right. Okay, next slide. Okay, next slide is a dolly in. Okay, can we play the first video, Cikgu? Can we play the first video? All right, this is a dolly in. Okay. Dolly in can we can record and to capture that moment of the expression, emotion, for example. And I leave it to you how you want to give your creativity to capture that moment. Okay, next video, dolly out. Okay. All right, dolly out is same thing. Same thing, the movement rolling out from the close up, and suddenly can we see that from the close up to long shot. Okay, but if you want to give some emotion, something like give, oh, where is the location exactly happen that character, so we can use the dolly out. This is how the creativity part and to tell a story. Okay, next slide please. Okay, next slide is about short as a word. All right, short as a word. Every single of the shot we capture, they have the 5W1H. What is it? Okay, who, what, where, when, why, and last is how. Okay, you must remember that you want to capture the character or the every particular of the scene. Every 5W1H people or audience will question who that character, what happened, okay, where the location exactly is happened, okay, when to is a refer where when this happened, look the story in February 2023, or maybe might be when is it evening or afternoon, early morning or in the night scene. So you as a filmmaker must understand if you want to capture character is sleepy sedang tidur, it's better night scene or day scene. It's up to you. And how? Okay, for example, one edge, how? Bagaimana benda tu berlaku? How that character want to solve that solution? So every shot as a there be a meaning to tell the story. Okay. Okay, next slide. For example, we go to close up. Can you guess which one is the boss? From the guy or the woman? The man or woman? From based on the way what costume or ataupun pakaian dipakai tu, we can see that the boss is that woman lah, kan? Right. But can you explain me which one is more authority? They have a macam kuasa, dia macam ada the power, the way we capture by the shot and also angle. Right. First of all, we see at the first picture at the top the man. The shot is little bit more low angle, right? The angle. So we can guess that this guy, the man, is more authority rather than her boss. Okay, so this is what we call film language. Every shot they have a 5W1H. The audience will keep asking in their mind, oh, which one is more powerful? I believe the man is more powerful than the boss. And this is how we tell a story, by using the shots and angle. All right. Okay, next slide. Okay, medium shot. Medium shot suitable to show movement, two character in the one shot, or one character, one subject matter doing some activity. We can see that both of these, both the picture, we can see that they have doing some activity in the one single of the shot. And the single woman in the below, we can see that she is a florist, all right, doing some activity, cleaning the flowers also on. So medium shot is suitable to tell that what is happen, what is the activity that we want to tell to the audience. All right. Okay, next slide. Long shot. Okay, next. Long shot is to give more information that audience where the location exactly happened. One man is walking into supermarket, and the below is one same the previous picture. The florist doing some activity, cleaning and give water to the flowers. All right, next slide. Extreme long shot. Okay, I believe this extreme long shot, most filmmaker or film director using the extreme long shot to portray that kawasan yang tanah lapang. Alright, okay. Normally, extreme long shot, this particular of this shot is we can see every documentary, let's say National Geography, documentary about a day alive at the padang pasir ke dan sebagainya. This is very suitable to give the capture moment about the extreme long shot. Alright, okay, next slide. Okay, next is about close up. Same thing. Okay, before this, I thought I telling you all, close up is more to give some emotion reaction. But the other way, how we want to tell the audience and give some information that, for example, clock wall. All right, you can capture what the time at the wall clock is now. Is an 8:30 something. All right, so audience know, oh, the time is 8, right? So close up is the better to tell what's the time is it. Okay, next slide. Extreme close up. Okay, if you start using the extreme close up for the first scene, all right, extreme close up is more to give more something like suspend moment, alright? Moment-moment yang suspend, yang memberi indication yang kepada audience that ada benda yang something akan berlaku for the next shot, alright? That's a extreme close up lah. Now we're talking about topic is a camera. All right. What is the camera? Camera. You can choose any type of the model camera you want to capture and recording. For example, okay, next slide. For example, this is a camera, professional camera, model Sony. Okay, Sony and also Blackmagic. This is camera, professional camera. But if you do not have the budget, tak ada budget besar, you can use a semi-professional camera, or you can use a DSLR, and also you boleh gunakan smartphone pun tak ada masalah. That's no problem. The important is how you all as a participant, as a filmmaker, content creator, to tell a story. Okay, next slide. Okay. Next slide, same thing is a camera professional, and then this one is a camera video semi-pro, mirrorless. This is a costing camera about 3,000 to 5,000. All right. Okay, next slide. You can use the drone. Okay, drone is a suitable to capture establishing shot from the high level. Okay, high level from the bird eye view. Okay.
We have an interesting question from our audience, Puan Nurul Nawi. Her inquiry reads as, what is the best resolution to take a good video using smartphone camera? Thank you.
Okay, the best resolution is 1080 high definition. To me, it's a good quality and format for resolution smartphone. If you want to use the format 2K format, if you have a iPhone 14 Pro Max or 30 Pro Max, you can use for 4K 2K resolution or 4K resolution, but the best is HD 1080. Is that enough? You must remember that. Just bear in mind, if you change your format to 2K or 4K, they makan space. All right, they quite a lot of space in your smartphone, and also editing. So just use 1080 is a good enough. All right. Okay, now this one is drone. Drone purposely can use for the capture from the high angle ataupun bird eye view to show that the panoramic of the location from the top eye view. All right. Okay, next slide. This is camera what we call GoPro camera. GoPro camera. Okay, GoPro camera. GoPro camera is suitable for action moment. Okay, and also vlog. If you want to video vlog traveling, this one is suitable for that purpose. All right. Okay, next slide. The last is about smartphone as a camera video. You all can use the smartphone. Okay, the important thing is the idea, how you want to tell a story. All right, by using smartphone you can use. All right, tak ada masalah. Okay, next slide. Next slide is a camera equipment. All right, camera equipment is referred to the accessory of the camera to help you get the better composition, better shot, better angle, and so on. Okay, next slide. For example, tripod. Please use the tripod during the shooting or recording your video. Okay, make sure you use the tripod so that you can get better better moment. Okay, camera movement, better camera panning from left to right, and also tilt up, tilt down, and etc. All right. Okay, next slide. they have the camera support. This is what we call camera gimbal stabilizer. Okay, this one is currently the most content creator and filmmaker using this type of camera accessory. This is what we call camera gimbal stabilizer. Camera gimbal stabilizer is suitable for using if we want to capture the moment of camera movement from dolly in and dolly out, from left to right, so that we can capture the more cinematic every single shot that we want to capture. All right, you can buy at the Lazada and also Shopee with the good price. If you go to the straight away to the dealer, quite expensive. Buy at the online platform. All right. Next slide.
Before we continue, Inchi we have another question
Okay.
from Miss Wan Rohana, who wants to know about the risk if we use the cheap drones because there are so many drones that are sold online. Can our presenter kindly answer the question given? Thank you.
All right. Yes, they have a lot of model drone in the marketplace. All right, but I prefer you guys rent sewa yang brand DJI. Brand DJI is better, more stable and apa orang kata lebih selamat. Okay, kalau pakai drone yang tak ada jenama is a problem that in terms of the quality of the image and the quality of the video. I prefer a DJI punya drone. Okay, is that I answer your question? Hopefully. Never mind. I akan tinggalkan nombor telefon. Alright. I leave my phone number after this session. You all boleh tanya soalan after this session pun tak ada masalah. Alright. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is a slider. Alright. Same thing. Slider is a purpose to help the camera movement from left to right. Okay, I leave the link YouTube. After this, you all can watch by yourself. And don't worry. This slide I will leave to the organizer, and then organizer will share the slide to all the participants. Okay, don't worry. Okay, next slide. Okay, next is lighting. All right. Why lighting is so important? This is a basic setup for lighting film, and also what is a 3-point lighting. All right. Okay, next slide. Lighting. They have a 3-point lighting. Okay, one, the key light. What is a key light? Key light is a source of the light. Okay, the main of the source of light. Okay, for given the character while at a certain place in the scene. Senang cerita, key light is a sumber cahaya utama. Alright. Okay, contohnya macam saya as a subject matter. Kat mana, which one is a key light? You can put first light from left or the right faces. Okay. Okay, next slide please. Next slide. Okay, next slide is what we call field light. Sorry. At the back, patah balik. Okay, field light. What is a field light? Okay, field light is a source of the light used to often to soften the key light, like the shade. Okay, why field light is important? Because they can balance between the key light and also field light. kalau kita perasan, the key light is more high contrast. So the field light is bertindak to soften the light from to the key light. Okay, to kill the shadow, alright, to create the key light in the desired amount. Okay, next slide about backlight. What is a backlight? Backlight is a more give a separation between subject is the character lah, okay, and the background. Sometimes it's called as a separation of light, okay. Boleh next slide ke? Saya tak nampak slide yang 3 point lighting yang ada mapping. Okay, next slide. Okay, satu lagi. Okay, next. Okay, this one, 3 point lighting. Just now I told that the key light from the left, okay, key light is a sumber cahaya utama. It's a more high contrast, alright. So how we want to balance with the high contrast itu, we must put the field light, another second light to balance between high contrast from key light, and field light is bertindak untuk soften that high contrast. Dan the backlight is from the subject dari belakang. The reason why backlight is important to light up because we want to separate between the subject. Subject is refer to character, okay? Subject and also the background. If the backlight, lampu belakang tak menyala, tak on kan lampu itu, kita akan nampak subject matter will blend with the background. Kalau tak percaya, you try after this session, you try light up yourself and then taking the picture. So nanti dia akan nampak subject matter is a blend with the background. Alright. Okay, next slide. Okay, based on this picture, this is example of 3-point lighting setup. Alright, this is how I set up during the pandemic COVID lockdown about 2 years ago. Okay, 3-point lighting. Okay, I use lighting juga untuk give a lecture online so that my background and also my faces not too dark, tak gelap sangat. So this is important. How do we set up the 3-point lighting? Okay, next slide.
Mr. Azri, I think we have a question from
Okay.
Ms. Nurul Nalia. She's asking about if there is any type of lighting that is best used to record. Thank you.
Okay. They have a lot of type of lighting model, okay, to use lighting. Okay, they have one is a professional equipment, second one is a semi-professional equipment lighting, and third is an amateur. But if you want to light up lighting like amateur and semi-professional, you can buy either online such as Lazada or Shopee. Okay, that price range about 100 to 300 only. Okay, but if you quite limited of the budget, you can buy something like ring light. Okay, you can see from this my slide, I just buy the ring light only about 10 ringgit. but it's much suitable and can light up for the subject. Not necessary you want to buy the same exactly like professional user. Okay, kalau budget limited, beli je macam ring light macam ni ataupun lampu petak kecil pun dah cukup memadai. But jangan shot tu terlampau long shot. Okay, just close up and then medium long shot ataupun mid shot is a good enough. Okay, kalau as a filmmaker, as a content creator, sebagai pemula, as a startup baru nak start as a content creator, do not invest so much your money to buy expensive equipment lighting. You can buy a simple lighting macam table lamp pun boleh, alright? Ring light yang macam dalam gambar ni pun sudah memadai untuk nak light up your subject matter. Okay, subject matter is a refer to character lah. Jangan bazirkan duit. Just use macam table lamp pun is a good enough. Alright, use table lamp just independent style. Do not invest your money to buy a professional camera ataupun professional lighting equipment. Alright. Okay, next slide. The next slide is a microphone. Okay. They have a lot of type of microphone. Okay, next slide. To record your audio, to record dialog ataupun monolog, voice over. Okay. The next slide ke? Okay, for example, microphone, they have a lot of type such as lavalier. Okay, this one is a lavalier. Lavalier mic, which is you put the lavalier mic into your talent, your cast lah. Sama ada pelakon lelaki atau perempuan, letak kat dalam baju dia. Alright, this is a lavalier untuk capture dialog. Okay, on the right lavalier mic is a shotgun mic. Shotgun mic is we use during the ambient sound. Ambient sound is refer to bunyi persekitaran, alright, to capture bunyi sound like bunyi burung, okay, bunyi birds, bunyi ambience, bunyi cengkrik ke dan sebagainya is suitable to capture that sound. Next slide. Okay, this is what we call compact smartphone. Compact smartphone microphone. This model we call Rode. This smartphone can attach from the bottom of your phone to capture the dialogue or also the ambience. This one can use at your smartphone. Alright. This price range about 300 to 400 ringgit. Alright. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is a microphone also, which is it can attach on the top of your camera and also can capture the dialogue and also ambient sound, surrounding of the ambient. This one is a not limited, it's a equipment yang jimat, alright. Not to mahal, too pricey, but this is suitable and good enough to capture the dialogue, alright, dialogue and also the conversation of the talent and from the subject matter. Alright. Okay, next slide. This is a wireless compact microphone. Alright. I believe you all nampak this wireless microphone kan. Some TikTokers ataupun influencer, right? They using this type of wireless compact to capture his talking, alright? The way they speech, the way the explanation about the product. So this one is more suitable for the influencer, for the what we call the host talking in front of the camera. But for the short film purpose, this is not suitable because macam pelik kan, tiba-tiba wireless ni dia letak kat baju dia kan, dia nampak dalam cerita tu tak sesuai. So better pakai radio mic yang boleh capture dialog yang penonton takkan nampak. Okay, next slide. This is a radio mic. Okay, radio mic is a professional user to capture dialog from the talent. Alright, daripada lavalier mic yang I explain tadi tu, dia put into the radio mic, and then the sound mixer ataupun sound recordist can capture dialog clearly. Dia boleh dengar dengan lebih jelas dan detail. Alright, okay, next slide. Okay, this is called mixer. Apa itu mixer? Mixer is all the dialog captured by the radio mic and then transfer to mixer. Mixer bertindak to mixkan dialog voice over and also ambient sound such as ambient surrounding, alright, into one track. For example, they have a 3 talent and one for ambient sound. They can mixing all the dialogue and voiceover into one track audio. Okay, this is a purpose of the mixer recording for the sound. Okay, next slide. This is a boom mic. Boom mic, the purpose of the boom mic, let's say I told you for the ambient sound, and also boom mic is bertindak as to capture backup dialog. Backup dialog. Kalau you perasan, they have a boom operator behind the scene. Kalau you notice this is what we call boom mic. Alright. Okay, next slide. Headphone. Headphone is a very important to monitoring the audio recording. Alright. Just bear in mind, if you have a extra budget, please buy headphone, dia punya spec, audio monitoring recording purpose. Why I say that? Because if you buy that audio monitoring recording, you can hear clearly every single of the dialogue, every single the ambient sound in clearly. Kalau tidak, kalau beli yang headphone yang spec more to gamers, for example gamers ataupun untuk headphone dia dengar bunyi music, that headphone dicipta untuk cancel noise cancelling, but this one audio monitoring more purposely dia kepada mendengar ketelitian audio dialog lebih detail. Noise cancelling pun dia akan dengar. So that's why kalau ada dengar bunyi noise macam hissing, noise macam mic bergerak ke bising, dia boleh dapat detect dengan jelas. So I hope if you want to get better audio quality, please use the type jenisnya adalah audio monitoring recording. Okay, jangan beli yang gamers punya ataupun music. That's not the best way how we want to capture audio clearly. Alright, okay, next slide. Okay, now we go to the last topic, is a basic editing. Alright. They have a lot of software in the market. You can use a Final Cut Pro, Avid, Quick, apa lagi, Splice, Filmora, and so on, and also the CapCut. But that is called apps ataupun software to help you all as a content creator to edit the content. But before we use the apps yang ada di market, we must understanding dulu the basic of editing. Okay, next slide. What is editing? Editing is the art of the craft cutting and assembling the finished film. Basically, editing is how we assemble the footage, okay, from the scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, and the last final scene. All right, to assemble all the footages what we took. All right, please bear in mind, I believe one short story atau short film, maybe they ada 5 scene. All right, maybe they have a 5 scene to 10 scene. That I believe that they have a lot of footages shot you must be assembling. So that's why editing is important, to assemble all the footage into one single story, one single track of the story. So you can susun semula benda tu daripada babak satu hinggalah babak terakhir sekali nanti. Alright? And also, what is editing? The creative choice of an editor, okay, are usually a combination of what they think is the best of the film and what the director or the producer want to finish that project. Alright? Okay, once you dah faham apa tujuan, the purpose of editing, first is assembling all the footage, alright, based on your script, based on your treatment, and then you can tell a story smoothly, alright. Make sure you as a content creator, filmmaker kena susun cerita, okay, based on your script, and also there are the continuity of the story. Kalau the problem of the content creator kita dan filmmaker kita, dia tak boleh can't explain the storyline smoothly. Okay, so that you all kena belajar tahu, okay, macam mana watak Ali berjalan ke rumah, tiba-tiba perut dia lapar. Selepas lapar, apa yang akan terjadi? Alright, what happened the next for the character Ali tu? Kalau dia lapar, apa dia akan buat? Sudah semestinya dia akan pergi ke dapur rumah. Okay, apa lepas tu? Sebab dia nak makan. So dia buka peti ais, dia masak. Selepas masak, dia buat apa? So dia ada continuity benda tu. Selepas lapar dah makan, mestilah dia tidur. Nampak dia ada continuity of the story. Kalau tak ada continuity, there's no continuity of the story, you might be problem to tell a story. So please, before you going to shoot, make sure the storyline in order and how you want to capture that from the script to the visual. And the last part is editing. Editing, dia akan assemble all the footage, susun semula based on your script. Alright, please refer the script. Alright, okay, next slide. Continuity editing. That's why I telling just now, the continuity editing is a very important. Kesinambungan penyuntingan. The previous of the participant, the problem is they can't tell a story. They jump. Dia tak ikut chronology of the scene. Kalau ikut chronology of the scene from scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, but dia terbalik. Scene 1, scene 6, scene 7, scene 1 dan 2 balik. That's a problem. Itu baru babak. That's from the scene. Belum lagi kita menilai dari segi shot. The continuity of shot tu pun kena ada kesinambungan. If not, that's a problem you all to tell a story. Alright, what is a continuity editing? Okay, next slide. Patah balik. Ada back? Okay, continuity editing. Continuity editing is an editing system used to maintain consistency. Okay, consistent dari segi penceritaan itu. Alright, penceritaan shot A, shot B dan shot C. Baru betul. Kalau shot A, shot Z, okay, shot E, shot G. Continuity tak? Tak kan? So, the best way is kena susun from shot A, B and C. Alright? Continuity editing is a system used to maintain consistency and both time, space in film. Alright? Kesinambungan editing ni juga to give have a grounds to audience in the reality of the film to establishing a clear and structured narrative. Alright. So kalau your story is a structured narrative, diikut chronology, so that you as an editor, filmmaker kena susun, assemble that footage based on the chronology of the storyline. Okay. The goal of the continuity is editing to make the mechanism of the filmmaking invisible as to help the audience dismiss and disbelieve more easily. Alright, hope that this year participant must know how to tell the story by using the continuity too. Okay, make sure that refer your script. Okay, again, apa pun, please go back to your script or treatment. Okay, betul tak you nak susun cerita ini based on from A to B, B to C and D. That's the ending. So make sure benda tu dia structure ataupun clear supaya audience faham, understood. Alright? Okay, next slide. Okay. For example, this one is a main A and main B. Sekejap I try to upload a video. Ada satu video saya dah upload. Boleh play ke dari situ? Okay. Okay, lelaki ni terkejut sebab ada lelaki sedang tembak dia. Betul. Okay. Based on this shot juga, kita boleh assemble shot berlainan pula. Okay. Saya try. Saya try upload satu lagi video. Assemble tu. Alright. Okay, dia tengah loading. Boleh play ke yang tu? Okay, yang ni dia terkejut sebab ada lelaki tengah point dia tembak. So, maksudnya susunan shot A dan shot B kita boleh assemble. Alright, dia ada continuity. Sama ada lelaki shot B tu tembak dulu, baru dia ni terkejut, atau lelaki yang terkejut, yang A tu terkejut dulu, baru orang tu tembak. Pun boleh. Dia either one. Okay. Alright, next slide. Okay, kita go back to slide. Okay, ini yang tadi tu, assemble 1, assemble 2, assemble 3. Okay, next slide. Okay, next slide. Alright, okay, this one ada shot A, shot B dan shot C. Don't worry, after this I give the slide to the organizer, penganjur akan edarkan pada you all boleh play video tersebut Don't worry. Okay, next slide. Okay, next slide. After this you guys boleh play sendiri nanti Okay, next slide. I give the slide nanti. Alright, next. Okay. If you want to edit your video, I prefer use the CapCut apps. CapCut app is the most powerful editing if you using for the social media video. Alright. Nowadays, our content creator, especially TikTokers, love to use the CapCut. Alright. CapCut is the most easiest. Menjimatkan masa, menjimatkan wang, alright, and then dia user friendly. The most important thing, the CapCut is a user friendly. Alright, okay, next slide. Okay, so this a brief about the CapCut. After this, you all boleh baca nanti. Dalam CapCut, they have a lot of transition editing such as clip, trim, alright, adjust the color, transition, chroma key, and music, text dan macam-macam lagi, alright. So you guys utilize this app because it's a free, alright. And next slide. Alright, what kind of video we can use this app, CapCut? You can edit for the short film, short drama, okay, documentary, tutorial video, video teaching and learning, montage video, TVC, television commercial, and also the public service announcement. Alright, you can use this app. It's a very user friendly. You can edit what kind of genre of the video, okay, anything of the genre. Okay, next slide. Okay, same thing. Video review, video music, cover song, comedy, food video, educational video, unboxing video, vlog, and also gaming video. Okay, next slide. Alright, after this, you all boleh play this video at the YouTube. Later on, you play sendiri, okay? The most popular type of video in the YouTube. So if you want to be a content creator, this is a tips yang disuggest oleh YouTube. Alright. So banyak yang more kepada product review, food review, and tutorial. Itu yang tiga video ini yang selalu apa kata trending and famous at the YouTube. Alright. Okay, next slide. Okay, CapCut. Dalam CapCut, ini adalah dia punya features dia. Right? This is the type of features dalam CapCut. Okay, next slide. Tak balik? Alright, dalam the features of CapCut, dia have a extra, apa kata, macam contoh lah, the features dia ada sticker, dia ada text, ada effect color, effect mode, and also the ada function overlay for your image. Dia memang dia user friendly, lebih cepat dan mudah. Alright. Okay, next. Okay, this one is a tips. 10 steps of the basic editing by using the CapCut. First thing, during the shooting time, alright, make sure content creator and film director, filmmaker, make sure that you take multiple takes. Okay, alright. And number 2, once you're done your shooting, make sure that you must back up your footages. Kalau you tak back up footages, you have a big problem. Alright. For example, once you dah shoot, make sure footage tu you buat extra backup. Alright. Maybe you will transfer another copy to external hard disk or Google Drive. Make sure that benda tu ada backup footage. I nak share my experience that I have a experience yang hilang footage almost 10 scene, alright? Almost 10 scene because of virus corrupt, hard disk corrupt. So tak dapat nak backup. So after this, bila dah habis shooting, I always backup dekat iCloud ataupun Google Drive. That's the paling selamat lah. Alright. Next, the number 3 is edit space. Alright. Make sure that your handphone must what do you call, your handphone ataupun your computer ada extra space for to download ataupun to save your footage. Okay. Next is organizing file. Okay, make sure organizing file in the context of you rename every single file. For example, kalau you nak edit shot A, you numberkan nombor shot A tu number 1. So maksudnya that's the first shot. So setiap footage tu you kena numbering. Which one you nak susun first shot, second shot, and third shot. That's organizing your file. Okay. Okay. Number 5, watch your footage. The reason you must watch your footage every single because you can get some ideas of how you assemble that real footage. Alright. Number 6, beginning to edit. Beginning to edit is something like fine cutting jump cutting, white dia macam white macam itulah, dia punya transition dia. Dissolve from shot A to shot B, dia macam smooth transition. That's what we call dissolve. Fade ni macam daripada on black smooth to nampak visual. Itu namanya fade in ataupun fade out. And number 7, the tip is wash over and over your editing timeline project, because apabila you dah banyak hari buat editing, you akan macam loss of concentration ataupun maybe ada macam tertinggal benda yang sepatut nak edit. Alright, so that's why you must watch over and over again supaya you nampak ketelitian, the detailing of every single shot and also how you tell a story. Alright, building up your editing. Okay, number 9, working with your sound and mixing your sound. So I hope every participant must put some sound effect, sound music background on your short film. And the last, the tip is color correction. Color correction is very important to enhance your visual and image to get better quality outcome. Right? Okay, next slide. Alright, after this, you can download the apps CapCut. It's a free. Okay, next slide. Okay, you can open Apple Store ataupun Android, Google lah, Android, and then you download, type the CapCut. It's a free. So once you download, you can explore by yourself. Alright. Okay, next slide. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you so much. Alright, if you have any question, please ask. Alright, any question so far?
I think all the questions have been answered.
Alright.
So that is the end of the whole workshop. But before that, Scholar Sri Putri would like to convey our gratitude to Encik Azri for his excellent sharing of knowledge today. On behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to thank you once again. I am sure the participants have certainly had such a momentous experience in this event today. A round of applause to our excellent speakers, Encik Azri bin Abu Hassan and Dr. Shamila Muhammad Shahidin, for all the exceptional presentations and sharing today. Hopefully, the viewers gain new knowledge and most importantly, be able to apply them in the competition. Once again, Scholar Sri Putri, especially the committee members of ICCP at SSP 2023, also would like to thank all of you who are joining and supporting this program. Before we end our program, I would like to remind everyone to fill up the attendance form. You may click on the Google form link that has been given in the comments or scan our QR code that is now on screen. With that, all the best for the competition, and don't forget to check on the submission date and the closing ceremony as well as the announcement of the winners. Take care and goodbye!